Lewis reporting for cadred.org. Shocks and surprises here in the CSGO tournament in DreamHack Valencia. The Swedes have beat the mighty Very Games, and I'm here with them now in the form of Fifflaren and Get Right. You guys must have been a little surprised yourselves, or were you supremely confident that you were just going to beat Very Games in the final?
No, I mean, this is a new game, and they've played it pretty much the same as we have, so we just, same as every game, we just go in and we try our best to win. We know that Very Games is a very strong team, and we would never underestimate them. So, but it was good to come back home to Sweden now with a win.
Same question.
No, but they're a pretty good team. Like I don't know how, if they play like this and so on, but I have many questions around their gameplay and so on. But
such as?
I don't know. It feels so different to play against Source Team 1.60 because it feels like everyone has so many tricks in their sleeves, so to say, and they didn't really have so much. It felt like probably because of the two different scenes and so on. So I don't know, but they played pretty good. But we came out winning, so that's amazing for us.
Do you think the big game kind of experience of being a 1.6er, having played in tournaments that actually matter more than some of the tournaments that we know about, where it's, you know, you're going to get a check in 12 months for about £50 or something? Do you think that helped you guys win?
I didn't actually get the
Well, right, being a 1.6 player and having played in huge tournaments, massive tournaments, yeah. Was that an advantage for you guys? Because obviously Very Games are a Source team, and the tournaments they've played in aren't quite as big, don't mean quite as much.
In some ways, I guess, but I think that they've actually been playing some big stage matches as well, so I don't think we had the big advantages and so on, but I think that we're the new team and we're mixing up so much things, and we just let our skill and so on get more involved into the game instead of doing tactics which can be more like you have to throw this flash there and smoke and so on, even though we have some rounds that are so, but we mix it up a lot, and I think that works perfectly for us, especially when Friberg can do whatever he wants to and just spray and run and whatever. So
he doesn't have to think. You said it, not me.
I never said that.
He loves to do that. It's not my problem, or you can ask him himself.
I will. So is he over there somewhere? But I want to talk about Very Games. We just did an interview with MBK. He said it felt like they were anti-stratted. It's like every situation seemed to go against them. Did you guys actually watch them play? Did you do anything like that? There's a little smile there.
We have never watched them play, not a single time. I think there was a little bit fuss about it before the event. I think that they felt that, you know, they had pretty much all of the Source teams against them, and I think they felt that we got help, but we never tried to anti-strat them. We never even watched a single game of theirs. Not really any teams came and tried to help us either. So we just beat them because we were better this time.
I want to ask you about the whole 1.6 versus CSS versus CSGO nonsense we've seen. I mean, I was unfortunate enough to be reading the chat in the stream, and I feel retarded now for just having read it. So I know you've always been outspoken about it. Do you think this is the promising start that CSGO needs, to just leave all that shit behind? What are your thoughts? Yeah,
I mean, this tournament just showed that no one is really on advantages or disadvantages and so on. I think what I said before, this is a totally new game for everyone, even though you had play maybe the same engine, but it's not really the same engine either, because some of the smokes and nades and so on, it feels like 1.6-ish, but in the same time it's not. So I mean, I think the game is just a new game, and you cannot really speak about it anymore. It feels just dumb, if you ask me.
You appealed for the 1.6 community to kind of come out and support not just yourselves but the game, and you were hated initially, I think it's fair to say, by the 1.6 community. You took a very important name to them in the form of Ninjas in Pyjamas, a lot of history there. Heaton obviously associated with you guys, everyone's calling him a sellout. But by the end of the tournament, everyone wanted you guys to beat the CSS team because you were perceived to be the 1.6s. Do you feel like you've won over the 1.6 audience now?
No, I don't think so. I think that the 1.6 audience is a really tough crowd, and I think that at the start of the interview that I did for HLTV, you are right, I got completely bashed And I think that just the subject line was pretty much out of context, which is why I don't even think that they bothered to read the interview that I have spent time on doing. As far as winning them over, I think that again our skill speaks for itself. We wouldn't have any fans if we weren't good enough, or if we couldn't win tournaments. So I think that's where at the end they came from, because they were rooting for us. We have no names. We do have 3 1.6ers. I do know that at the end of the day as well, there are some people that want these guys to fail. But I think that we got fans at the end because we were playing really well as a team.
When Ninjas in Pyjamas was first kind of resurrected, I think a lot of people thought it was just a tag and not an actual real organisation. Of course, you've got Heaton in as a manager, and you've got Nicholas kind of as the business brain behind it all. How does it compare to big organisations you've played in, such as SK, things like that?
We actually have one more guy behind us. We have one more guy in the team, or behind the organisation, is Anton Budek from Infernal Line, the owner of it. That's the one guy you actually missed there.
But I need to do my research, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, but there's a really huge difference between the organization, because they know us in real life, and they are so passionate about what we're doing. And both Emil and Niklas were so nervous they couldn't even barely watch us playing, and they did the same event, last event as well. So on a personal level, it's much better, because you can, if you have any problems on, you can just pick up the phone and call them, no matter time what it is and so on, instead of having an organization like SK, you have to get a hold of Alexander, my former boss in Germany, and maybe he has kids that's sleeping and so on. You just call him middle of the night or day and so on. You just work as well. So I mean, there's a huge difference just personally, but it's pretty much similar, organization wise, you have to do this and that and all. So I'm kind of used to how it is, but in the same time it feels much better and safe for us personally just to be in an organization, because we can say whatever we want to directly, and they will give us feedback about it and so on.
And you, of course, played in the CGS, and you've enjoyed some great times in your career. Last time we spoke properly at 30p LAN, it's going back a while, you were talking about retirement and hanging up your mouse and maybe going into casting and that sort of thing. Are you glad you decided to stay playing?
I'm glad that I decided to stay playing. At that time, when I did speak to you about 30p events, I felt that the Swedish scene for Source, it has never been big, which you know as well. And I really felt that my motivation was lacking, because we didn't really have any players. We kept on digging for players, which at the end of the day, we just weren't good enough. And for me, who's always been playing on a top level, it takes a lot of energy and strength to keep on rebuilding a team when you know that you have to replace people, because people are getting older. Most of the people that I've played with before, they're older than me. They're 26, 27 now. They need to retire. They need to move on, which is why I felt I needed to get out of gaming, maybe do shoutcasting or whatnot.
Which you're very good at, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, just add that in.
No, but I think that this is a fresh start. Not only for me, I think for maybe Get Right and Forest and Exist as well. They've been playing 1.6 for quite some time, and I think this is something that everyone needs, to get the boost for playing up and running again.
So where are you going to be next? I know obviously DreamHack Winter is a no-brainer, given it's going to be in Sweden, so I'm guessing you'll be there. Are there any other tournaments that you guys have lined up?
We want to play the ESL monthly finals sometimes. I don't know what they're doing with it, because they are 3 months they have finals in. And then we have the SWC qualifier coming up next month. So, I mean, we have a lot of online things, and I think there's coming up an online tournament as well, like a league or something, like the Cyber Gamer League, or what it was.
Yeah, that's Cyber Gamer.
I think we got invited by it, but I'm not sure. I have to check my email and so on about it. And then, I don't know, we're gonna go home and practice directly. I don't think we're gonna have any break, because we got more things to do, and this is just a step closer to us to make it more easier. And then we were supposed to have a boot camp anyway on these days. Actually, we had plans to actually fly to Sweden, Adam to Sweden and Exist from far up in country. So this was a small boot camp for us. Just was like a tournament.
It's not bad to win a boot camp that pays money. So, and speaking of money, just the final thing, obviously everyone says that you're, I say not everyone, the 1.6s, that you're doing this for the money driven, and obviously you get paid by Valve to say CSGO is good. Just wondered if you wanted to make any comment about that.
whatever I say, they're gonna whine on me and say I got paid from Valve to do whatever I want to. But like, seriously, what do you really think? You already heard me ages before. Was open to the game. I haven't really bashed down on Source. I was pretty open to Pro Mode before and on other games. Why should I get paid to say something about this game? And I actually liked it more, and people know that from other interviews that I said my motivation in 1.6 was not that high anymore, even though I played really good, but at the same time it wasn't high enough. And I enjoyed playing more Go. Everyone saw that. My friends list was like, everyone's, why are you playing Go? I was like, this is more fun. It's more practice for me anyway, so what can I do? I mean, why should I say something like that? I mean, I just give it to them. They can say whatever they want to, but no, I don't get paid from Valve to say this.
I believe you. I believe you. Okay. So anyway, right. So that was the interview with Ninjas in Pajamas. Congratulations to them. It's been a fantastic start to what I'm sure is going to be a new era in FPS esports titles. And that pretty much winds down our CSGO coverage. We're going to stick around for the StarCraft 2. I know these guys are going to go out and have a beer and a party tonight. I can see it in their eyes. So I'm sure you'll join me in congratulating them on being victorious here at DreamHack Valencia. Do stay tuned to our website. We're going to have more interviews like this one and more coverage. So thanks. Stay tuned. cadred.org.